knob.
Look at that knob.
The biggest knob.
The biggest knob of Nobbington. The knob of Nobbington.
It's Sherlock Knob.
Ah, it's Captain Nobberson. I'm just going to put my pit lane limiter warmer on, guys, for the ride home. Bye-bye. Have him. Wanker! How fucking cold is it? Why are you not wearing any boots, you pleb?
I saw your really classy socks.
Yeah, your socks are definitely riding socks.
Yeah, you gotta be fucking cold. I'm not too bad actually. I'll tell you what, the only downside to it is that it bobs out.
It's a bobber, isn't
That's
it?
why it's called the bobber.
Did you hit some nice bends there, bro?
That's what this bike's meant for. Sick knee down action.
So, Merry Christmas, guys, and welcome to the post-Christmas vlog. Today we thought it'd be a good idea to test out the newish, the Triumph Vintage range before the new Scrambler 1200 comes out and comes to play and basically blows all of these bikes out of the water. So we kind of wanted to give a little test ride and our honest, learned opinions, you know, because we're all learned here. James is learned. And of course, you always take good advice from a man who wears a snakeskin leather full suit.
Leathers for the vintage range.
Snakeskin for the vintage range. So we've come out with these bikes. We want to have a little show around and see what they can do in comparison to our bikes, because you know we like hooligan motorcycles. James over here has a now cranberry, what's it, cranberry creamy sugar red MT10?
Candy apple red.
Candy apple red MT10. Hugo here has a sexy candy blue R1, and of course you know that I'm on the Ocean candy blue ZX6R.
This gets my vote already.
On looks alone, which wins it for you on looks?
Bobber for me for look. I think Hugo, you like the Thruxton.
I like the Thruxton on looks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the bobber does have a very nice, comfortable seat.
Bucket seat for your
my
bottom.
bucket arse.
For your bucket arse, yeah.
And your preference?
My preference.
Looks, just looks wise.
Just looks wise, it has to be the Bob Black. I mean, the T120 is nice, but it's an old man's bike. I don't want to say that, that sounds pretty mean. I like the T20, but it just doesn't stand up against these two, obviously.
It is definitely an old man's bike because one did turn up to see if we were okay.
Yeah.
And he was riding one of those.
He was riding a Bonneville.
He thought you were signalling him to come down and rescue us.
It's the problem when you sort of wave wildly and people then think you're in trouble.
We're now going to go try these bikes out. Wish us luck. It's nice and icy roads. I'm fairly sure that the Bonneville T120 has flat tyres. Wish me luck.
Said we were going f***ing caroling.
Christmas caroling?
Christmas caroling?
Yeah, we're doing Christmas caroling.
We're going to turn up on a bobber.
Yeah, we're doing Christmas caroling on the Triumph Vintage range, you know?
Yeah.
Yo-ho, merrily we go. these all have the same engine. They're all using the Triumph T120 engine, geared slightly differently. So the Thruxton has a little bit more horsepower than all of these three. I think it's around 90-ish horsepower, whereas the Bobber Black's on 73 and the T120 is around the 73 mark as well. The Thruxton is geared for higher top speed, obviously. The Bobber Black has a limiter on it, 120 miles an hour. So does the T120. But the Thruxton R obviously has a bit more of the bling bling Gucci bits compared to other bikes. It has the Öhlins front and rear suspension, big Brembo brakes. The Bobber Black has a standard non-adjustable suspension on the front, standard rear shock as well. Twin floating discs there, whereas the T120 has a very similar kind of setup to the Bobber Black.
Love that seat though.
Huh?
Seat's nice.
Oh yeah.
So comfy, that seat.
Look at your MT.
Oh yes.
You guys know that James has done substantial work on his MT10, and this is basically, what do you think, like 90% done?
Yeah, mostly, yeah.
90% done?
Yeah, rear sets it needs. Yeah.
Rear sets, yeah?
Yeah.
So 90% done. Checking this out. So this is James's candy red MT10.
The light's a bit dim at the moment, so it looks much better in person. There's some good advice on the tank.
Some good advice on the tank. Well, I think we'll have to have another video of this dedicated to what he's done on this MT10 at some point, but it looks pretty cool so far. So, what's the verdict? Which was your favourites?
Thruxton.
Thruxton?
Yeah, 100%.
Thruxton wins.
Thruxton R. But it is the most expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
It's the most exciting to ride.
yeah, oh, definitely, yeah.
Yeah, most exciting to ride.
It's got a serious pull on it.
Yeah.
For me, I think my favourite has to be the Thruxton as well. But I think that they're all great bikes in their own right. Like, what we didn't test ride, because there's only three of us, was the Scrambler 900. But I kind of purposely left it out as well, because the Scrambler uses a 900cc engine, which is the same engine the T100. But all the bikes that we rode today have the T120 engine, so it wouldn't be fair test. The Scrambler 1200 is coming out in February. The Bonneville that I was riding is great. It's got loads of torque. But for me, personally speaking, I don't know if it was the shit roads or the tyres, but I didn't feel confident at all riding it.
You can see that you weren't confident.
I was well
riding it.
behind you lot.
Yeah.
You guys were spanking it.
I didn't feel confident on that bobber at all.
You keep putting your feet on the
No.
exhaust as well?
No.
All right, that's just
No,
me
it's
then.
just you.
Yeah, it's just me. My muscle memory is straight down, not straight ahead.
Found the Bonneville really great ride, but it's not the type of bike that I ride, if that makes sense. Like, because as I said before, like, we're all loonies, and so for us the Thruxton makes more sense. More racier position that we're used to. It's got the more racier suspension, the racier engine, the racier brakes. The T120 felt, when I had to brake hard at some of the corners, I felt that it was kind of a bit heavy for the brakes.
Yeah, same with the bobber.
Yeah.
Same with the bobber.
But it's just not our style of riding. It doesn't mean that they're bad
No,
bikes.
exactly. If that's your style of riding, it's perfect bike for you. But they're beautiful bikes.
They're good bikes.
We're all super sport and hyper naked riders, so it's hard acceleration and hard braking everywhere. You just can't do that with those.
Yeah.
But they're not made for
Definitely
it.
not winter roads as well.
So cold.
So cold.
So
I literally,
cold.
when we
cold.
left, I was actually dying because my visor was completely fogged up. I couldn't see anything. It was literally impossible. So I was like wiping on the inside of my visor trying to get it open. It was just
My
bad.
fingers are red raw.
Your socks must be feeling it, mate. Well, your toes must be feeling it with those fucking socks on.
What toes? I ain't got any toes.
Yeah, they're not even Yamaha branded socks, are
They're
they?
blocks. I'm waiting for Duke Blade branded socks.
Oh yeah, coming soon.
Coming soon.
Anyway,
I'm going to turn on my stupid engine. warm
turn on
now.
your stupid loud bike.
Go on.
Blown a gasket.
I get to drive home in my leathers. You look like a knob.
Look at that knob.
The biggest knob.
The biggest knob of Nobbington. The knob of Nobbington.